Hello, my name is Abe. Welcome back to Enter the Gungeon. Hey, you know what? Paradox time. We had a very good run last time around. Let's hope for an even better run this time. Let's not do any rainbow mode shenanigans though. At some point I do want to try to find a way of infinitely looping. Maybe just put this coffee somewhere where it's easily accessible. Ooh, flash ray. At some point I want to find a way to maybe do some infinite looping. But for now, I just want to play a little bit more Gungeon. So we have the flash ray. It's actually a very good early game weapon, especially against bosses. Bosses tend to be large, a bit on the large size, which makes them very easy to hit. And against crowds of enemies, you can kind of just spray and pray and then hopefully get a few shots. But the weapon does have pretty low accuracy, so if you can get an accuracy upgrade, it makes it a lot better. Otherwise, you know, mix and match between the flash ray and whatever your other weapon is, and then eventually, you know, you just use your flash ray for bosses, and then eventually you'll just probably sell the flash ray in the late game. But to start with, dude, flash ray is really good. One of the, like, if you're considering weapon quality, it's unlikely for you to get a very high quality weapon early, but the flash ray, considering it's a blue tier weapon, is quite decent early. Quite decent indeed. And if you get up close and personal, you know what? I think it kind of does take the place of the shotgun, in my opinion, to a small extent. You know, part of the reason why I really like the shotgun on the Convict is that you can get up close and personal and do a lot of damage. You can kind of do the same thing with the flash ray. I mean, it two-shots regular bulletkins, and if you are up close and personal, they're getting two-shot. Wow, we have a synergy already. I had no idea we even had the boots. Which is amusing because I probably did look at the map already, but you know me. You expect me to actually pay attention to what's happening? No, but this is pretty decent. Blunderbuss early. I guess also kind of like a pretty decent sawed-off shotgun replacement if you don't have the sawed-off shotgun, especially with the synergy thanks to the iron boots. We're able to actually kill things at like a decent rate. So sure. Ooh, we gotta. Oh, baby, particulator, huh? You know, I do like a good particulator. We've picked up an assortment of weapons early in this run, and this is like the exact opposite of the run that we had last time. The last run we had Gunslinger's Ashes, which is probably just one of the worst weapons in the game, and then a lot of items that made our life harder and didn't really do that much for us. And now we have the exact opposite problem. We have, well, no items, but a ton of decent, good, like, acceptable guns. Secret room in the room before with the chest? Secret room in the room before the chest. You mean this one? Secret room in the room before the chest. There's no secret room here. I mean, we already found the secret room. Is this one all the way down here? I'm curious. If Disposable, if you have an idea of where the secret room is, I want you to point it out to me. Ah, you know what? Never mind. I was gonna say, because you might have seen the fireplace exit secret room, which sometimes does happen, but we already used the fireplace, so we know where it is. So never mind. Because sometimes I've done that before. I find a secret room on a level, I use my blank, and then only after I use the blank I realize that it was actually just the oubliette entrance, and I'm like, well, there goes a blank. I wish I had that blank back. It happens sometimes. That's okay. I guess there could be another secret room on the floor, so if you think you do find a secret room, definitely call it out. A little bit of lag there. Gungeon's been a little laggy lately. Dun 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 dun. All right. Oh my god, yeah, I forgot about this freaking gun or item. I mean, as soon as I can, I'm probably just gonna sell the bloody 9mm. I think it's trash. Well, I think it's good. I think it's just annoying that it breaks your bullets. And we're gonna be breaking a lot of bullets with it. We're gonna be breaking particulator shots, which is really not what we want. So it's certainly a break of a good weapon, as far as I'm concerned. Chrysia says, this gun has pretty bullets. This gun? Oh, Jesus. This gun? Well, that's not a pretty bullet. There's a pretty bullet. Let's get the heck out of here. Movie Madness Man, welcome to the stream. How you doing today? And Devil Decision. Deviled Decision, actually. Hello, welcome. What gun is this? If you're talking about this one, this is the Particulator. Oh my god, please stop firing the wrong bullet. Particulator's a pretty good gun. But this is one of the weapons in Gungeon that's like the perfect support weapon. It's on its own, it's not particularly great. But if you combine the Particulator with another weapon, that's where it truly shines. Because the Particulator has a long reload time, so you might as well take a shot and then switch to something else. And it's kind of just like having a passive damage bonus for a room. Although I think I do want to maybe swap out for a Particulator Blunderbuss. Ugh. Of course, I have to remember what the hell I'm doing when I switch to the blunderbuss. I have a tendency when I'm using a charge weapon and a non-charge weapon to forget that I have to charge my charge weapon. I feel like I'm probably not the only one who does that, though. So you might see me just going like, come on, work it, come on. There we go. Try to remember how to actually use this weapon of ours. Movie Madness Man, so I was streaming. What were you streaming? What were you playing? I'm a big fan of the fact that people that I know are doing more streams. JMC, who's been streaming he hasn't been streaming lately, just saying, cough cough, but who occasionally plays random runs of Isaac. Aggro Chrysia, of course, playing her, sorry, JMC was playing at random runs of Gungeon. Chrysia is playing random runs of Isaac. Lady Aranine has been playing some Factorio and really making me kind of want to play more of that game myself. Damn you. Says, I was playing this game. Have any interesting runs then? But I enjoy watching people play video games. It's a social thing for me, you know? I like watching people have fun. I like to feel like I'm having fun as well. Especially when I'm like doing my taxes. Which I did do the other day. I know it's middle of April, but I am one to not do their taxes early. It's a bad dodge roll, but also a bad enemy to try to dodge roll like that. I'm one who tends to want to try to do their taxes late because I hate the paperwork. I hate bureaucracy. I hate paperwork. I hate having to enter in your information into a freaking spreadsheet one at a time when you know that the government already has this information, because if you don't do your taxes correctly, they'll send you a bill saying, hey, you did it wrong, dummy. It's just a waste of time. And I don't like doing things that are a waste of time. I like procrastinating. It's probably not good, but it's the truth. Ugh. Bubonic Lettuce says, some of the Isaac loading screen images are kind of odd. You mean like when two old women shoot their breast milk in Isaac's face? Or where Isaac gets pantsed in front of a girl he likes, or the one where Isaac takes a bite of candy and then spits out a razor blade. Yeah, I mean, The Binding of Isaac, it's a strange game. You would expect to have a certain level of strangeness in that game. You could just say Isaac is a weird game. You'd be right. The floor transitions or boss splashes. I assume he means floor transitions, because that's where the game is loading. The game doesn't really load when you hit a boss. That's just telling what the name of the boss is. Ooh, okay. Metronome Particulator is tempting. Metronome Flash Ray, maybe. I mean, when you start a run. Oh, how it just like fades to a black and white image and jitters for a second. Where his ding dang doodle falls off entirely, says Arcadress. Disposable says, I thought that was a piece of poop. I also thought that was a piece of poop. What the heck? His doodle falls off. Rip Isaac. I also like how you completely flanderize that, his ding dang doodle. Why, the kid's ding dang doodle fell off. You know, it's a flanderization, but it also is kind of like it's a Boomhauerism, I think. I can totally see Boomhauer going, yeah, kid's ding dang doodle fell off, you know, man? His ding dang doodle. Like, what the heck, man? Bionic Lettuce is the one where he looks at the empty toilet paper roll and goes, ah! That's a good one, too. You can thank Futurama for ding dang doodle. Really? In what episode of Futurama do they say ding dang doodle? I can't remember. I've talked about this before, but I didn't really watch much Futurama after they went to Comedy Central. I remember it was like the first episode was the one where they all died on the Planet Express ship, and spoilers, but I don't know, this episode was like 10 years old at this point. They all died on the ship, and Fry creates a robot Leela. But I think, from what I remember, I didn't necessarily care much for the show at that point because of how the humor changed. The one where Lur from Omicron Persei 8 is harvesting human horn. I believe it was a Bender euphemism. I don't remember that. Well, I mean, I remember the episode. I don't remember the phrase ding dang doodle, however. Which really is just an indication I should watch some more, you know, 2000s-esque cartoon shows. Animated cartoon shows. Where's my chest, dude? There it is. We are done with the floor, by the way. I don't know what the heck I'm gonna do with this metronome. I think that right now the metronome is just kind of be a little bit wasted, and maybe in the future we'll do something with it, but right now it's kind of not that important. Did you hear it's going to be renewed on Hulu? From my understanding, I think Futurama is going to be renewed, but they didn't actually get the Bender voice actor yet. I think they're still working on trying to figure out, you know, his price point to be on the show again. I think old Bender's trying to hold out for some extra cash, which is a good Bender thing to do, I suppose. Mud says he signed on. Really? I thought that he hadn't signed on and he was the holdout. What the frick? Right, that makes sense. I forgot that he would I forgot that he wouldn't have the right delay because of the fact that he was being buffed. Every time, man. Every freaking time. Hey, Lonely Stroll, how's it going today? Welcome. They came to an agreement. Oh, that's good. I wonder if they were trying to lowball him. You know what? I'm wondering if what... I mean, I have literally no idea, but if I have to guess, I would suggest that maybe they were gonna try and like... Oh, wow, it's right there too. Maybe they were gonna try and like... give them royalties as opposed to upfront payment, or maybe upfront payment as opposed to royalties, and so he was like, hey, actually... Because Hulu isn't really a... You know, they're not a standard television company. They might want to operate a little bit differently, and you know, actors and voice actresses and whatnot, they might want to have a little bit more of a classical contract. I mean, I got no freaking idea, but I could imagine contractual issues could come up. What the f... Wish I could stop taking so much damage. Whoops. And we have a mini boss coming up. I have no idea how we're gonna kill this guy. I don't know, I guess we could just do it. We could use Particulator and Shell. Is that Particulator not reloaded yet? There we go. Like, toss out, because I think the ideal is that you toss out a Particulator shot, then you reload. You toss out a Particulator shot, then you toss out a Particulator shot, then you swap ammo, swap weapons so you don't have to reload. That's what I keep meaning to say. It's because since Futurama originally aired, John DiMaggio has gotten a sizable portfolio, and coupled with his important role on the show, he wanted more money. Also understandable. He's like, I know the show is called Futurama, I know the main character is called, you know, Philip J. Fry, but also I'm freaking Bender. You're gonna pay me what I want you to pay me, all right? If you want this Bender, you're gonna have to make it worth my while. I can see it. You want Bender? You're gonna have to pay for it. I wonder if there's a I wonder if there's a market for voice actor sound-alikes who can come in for a lower price point when a show gets picked up by another channel like this. Although I would have to wager a guess that if something like that was attempted, the other cast would probably be like, no, you guys are jerks, bring back, you know, just pay him, you know? I'm sure the other actors in the show would be like, nah. That was dumb. I mean, it's like an impersonator, but an impersonator does it kind of like for fun or for like a parody. I'm thinking more of like a voice actor scab, you know? Like, I can do an appropriate Bender. I can do a Bender like. Pay me half as much as you would pay John DiMaggio, and I'll do it for your show, you know? Like, an iconic voice might not want to be replaced, but they keep asking for more money, and the company is like, you know what? We can get an equally good voice for a lot cheaper than John DiMaggio. It could happen. It could happen. You never know. Yo, we got a gun muncher. I want a gun munch. Hold up. You're telling me that Iron Boots which synergizes with all shotgun weapons, does not synergize with a weapon that shoots shotguns. You're kidding, right? Pretty sure it would be challenged as some kind of character infringement or something. Well, I guess that depends on who owns the rights. Like, does John DiMaggio own the rights to his voice as Bender? You know? Because I guess it all depends on the contract, right? Like, a voice actor would have to have in their contract, I voiced this character, you can't use anyone else, right? Part of Bob Rich says, like old soaps or straight to TV sequels where secondary characters would be replaced with no comment. Yeah. Sorry, you want to be on the show? I think not. Bender is gone. Enter new robot who sounds contractually different. Curver. Well, no, it would be Bonder, right? It'd be Bonder. It could be Flexo. I like the idea of getting yet another. Yet another Bender clone on the show, though. I like the idea of that for some reason. It tickles my funny bone in the right way. It is I, Bonder. Oh God, yeah, it is I, Bender. I am fine. Give the gypsy your money. What? I can't remember the name of that episode either, or rather, which episode it was. I mean, there was the one where, was it Bender is cursed and they went to a gypsy to try to solve the problem? What was the problem with that episode though? Or what was the problem with the characters in that episode though? I forget. I haven't seen the show in a long time, honestly. What is it on? Is it on Hulu? Is it on Fox? Is it on Cartoon Network? I mean, the show aired on like 4 different networks and was canceled 3 times. So I'll be honest with you, I don't know what streaming service would have access to it in the full, full series. What the? Was on Amazon for a while. Freaking on everything, isn't it? Ooh, homing shots. Wasn't the goatee Bender Flexo? Yep. I believe that was the case, and they all thought he was evil. But he turned out to be not evil, just the same evil as Bender. So slightly evil. Kind of like, I don't know, what is Bender? Chaotic neutral? Disposable account says it's on free pirate sites. It's on this little old website called Magnet. I don't know how to access it though. Whenever I try to go to the URL, it doesn't work. Dun, 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 dun. It'll be interesting to see how the show does being revived for yet another time. It'll be interesting seeing how it goes on a streaming site, honestly. Got no freaking idea though. I will take that ammo. We're starting to build up a nice little damage bonus, I think, with our... Well, that's good. With our metronome. Metronome is not particularly great, but, it's something. Actually, with the, with the beam, our damage is pretty nice. Let's go fight the boss. I mean, it's probably one of the easier bosses to fight just using a beam weapon, because you're constantly running away anyways. You can and especially this beam weapon because it has homing on it. by default, you can just bend the shot around these walls that you're dodging around. That was an easy fight. Dun dun dun, frost bullets. Ooh. Very interesting, very interesting. We did not get the rat key, so we might as well just pop our blanks wherever we can. Spiro Gilly asks, Abe, if you could change item tiers, what item would you add and remove from S tier? Add and remove from S tier. Add and remove from S tier. So what's an S tier item that I like? What's an S tier item that I wish was more common or wish? Okay, you know what? I actually know an answer to this question, a legitimate answer. A fully legitimate answer. The item I would remove from S tier. There's a blank shrine. Whoops. First of all, Mother of Zerg. Hey, thank you very much for the resub, by the way. Still loving the streams, keep them up. Well, that's good, because even if you didn't love them, I would probably still keep them up, but I thank you for the vote of confidence and the love. And the sub, by the way, top right. I would remove Finished Gun from S tier, but I would not replace it with anything. I would just remove it, because you already get Finished Gun by just getting Unfinished Gun. The fact that it's in 2 different item pools means it's way too common. Finished Gun should not be an S tier gun. It should be an untiered gun. And if you pick up Unfinished Gun, it should remove Unfinished Gun from the item list, from the item pool. So there you go. That's my hot take. And that's an actual, like, legitimate answer too. Like, I think that would just be good. Bard says add the periodic table. I forgot what that gun did. The chat gun creation. Was it periodically fires tables? Is that what it was? Or was it a table that fires only periodically? It could be a familiar called a periodic table. It doesn't even have to be a gun, I guess. Disposable Count says I would put clone in brown chest as a troll to make people open brown chest. As opposed to all the illegitimate answers you normally give, says Mud. What, is this your first time on the stream or something? I troll all the damn time when people ask me stuff. By the way, Mud, how have you been and how have you been lately? And how have you been feeling and what are you doing today and what's going on and how you doing? These are important questions that need answers. I'm trying to think what else I would change. Gotta be honest with you, I don't really know what else I would change. Like, the rat ring is really powerful, but it's fun, so I like that it's not a high quality item in its own right. What item would I remove from black level? Game Watcher Libre says remove Disintegrator or the Patriot, so common they're annoying. I could see removing Disintegrator, because it's not particularly great. Though to be honest with you, I think if I could make a change, I would make the black tier guns just all bypass the damage cap. Like, what's the point of having such a powerful weapon if it just does nothing? Like, Disintegrator especially. If you use it on a boss fight and the boss's health goes... because you hit the arbitrary damage cap using like the Disintegrator or the Patriot when you're holding down the fire button and you're able to just get it to shine. Like, let me bypass the damage cap if I'm doing that much damage, you know? Let me get some additional value out of this. Oh, hey dude. The one time where this item is actually useful. Like, the one time this is actually, like, okay to use. Oh, I was just barely off. A hair's breadth away. Much better. Oh, that's bull. It ruined my damage bonus. Well, suppose we'll just, like, I don't know, switch back to the particulator. I forgot! I should have dropped the metronome. Oh well. Ah. Hold up. It's our alt gun. I guess we don't really use alt guns anymore because we want to. What the heck? We want to charge up the metronome again. Although it's not going to get charged for the boss fight, so we might as well just, you know, pick whatever gun shows up. Like the Heck Blaster. Oh baby. Maybe it's just me, but I don't like that red scarf. Oh, I mean, it's the worst item in the whole game. I have like 4 worst items in the whole game, but that's legitimately one of them. And not only because of the fact that it's extremely buggy. It's also just bad. But it helped him save a key this time. It did help me save 1 key. Does that make it good? No. It's still awful. What the hell emote when? Who's making me all these emotes? That's the question. That's what I need an answer to. Where are they coming from? All right, let's do it. We need a better weapon. Man, I do not really have a better weapon for this fight. Although, like, maybe the flash ray because it pierces? Like, particulator into bundle of wands? All right, that's the way to do it. Even though it doesn't have, like, piercing or, you know, extra projectiles, still just a good gun. All right. Mud says, Abe had a YouTube commenter complaining about Abe complaining about the red scarf. Well, I think it's just because every time it showed up, I used to be like, I'm going to iterate for you the reason why I don't like this item. And part of the reason I did that was because, if, you know, people are new and they're just watching me play the game for the first time, I want to make myself very clear. I want to be able to say, hey, this is why I like the item or don't like the item. This is why I'm, like, literally not even picking it up and not talking about it. But, I mean, they did have a point, which was that I basically talk about it whenever it shows up. So then I started not talking about it, and now I just completely ignore it because I just don't care about the item anymore. Like, I feel like I've made myself clear it's a bad item, and I'm just gonna move on with my day. You know, it's like you don't focus on the negativity. You just move on. And you don't worry about it, you know? I have no idea what to sell. So I'm gonna leave. Oh, what the oh god, there was a trap there. Mother of Zerg says, I hate the scarf. I used it a bit and I would get hit so many times because the dash would not dash when you're too close to something. Yep. I mean, you've hit the nail on the head. If you are too close to a... Oh, it froze you. If you're too close to a wall, the dash doesn't work. And the length of the dash and the time of your iframes is dependent on the distance that you're actually moving with the scarf. Oh, you're dead, miss. Oh, you're not dead. Yo, shoot. Shoot the gun! The freaking, oh, that's what I should have sold. I should have sold the freaking bloody 9mm. I completely forgot about it. Movie Madness Man says, I feel the same way about Hot Watch as well. It has moments of usefulness, but I've had it be the ender of runs more often than not. Oh, Solder J. Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? How's it going? It's going fine. I'm having a couple of good runs in Gungeon today. Just having a good time talking. Relaxing, chilling. I think that Super Hot Watch, you son of a gun, has a minor problem in that it usually makes the runs take longer, and it does interfere with your dodging. But Super Hot Watch is also one of the strongest items in the entire game because you can just slow down the whole game. I think the thing is, when you pick up Super Hot Watch, your style of gameplay changes, your run changes. Because you're no longer going to be just panic dodge rolling through bullets. You're gonna be standing still, letting the bullets move through you, and you're just gonna walk through them with the greatest of ease. Like, your entire methodology of playing the game changes, which I guess is part of the problem with the item and with people taking the item and then, you know, getting hit or losing as a result of it, because you gotta really think differently. Is that not a secret wall? I'll accept it. Oh my god. Ugh. Excuse me. Oh, good. Dude, I gotta be honest with you. I'm just gonna set. What the heck? There you are. I'm just gonna drop bloody 9mm and let the rat steal it, because I don't care. It is a bad item. I do not want it. I never wanted it. And I should have sold it on the last floor, but I forgot. So, my bad. I can't foresee a time when I would prefer to not fire one of these bullets. I also love the looks of these projectiles right now. Like, are these projectiles not the most beautiful things ever? Look at this. They've got like a poison trail behind them. They're multicolored. It's like freaking fireworks. I need hot lead now, and then we'll have red along with the blue and green. Look at that. They freeze enemies. It's so good. I love getting ammo for this gun, let's be honest. What the heck? How did that not kill you? Dun, 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 dun. I forgot what bloody bullet item is. Oh, that's the item that's making it so that every time I shoot Particulator, it fires like one bouncing bullet as opposed to this giant orb of bullet creation and destruction, which is what I'm hoping for. I don't like that bloody 9mm. I'd prefer to fire Particulators. If in doubt, just keep shooting. We're almost to our maximum metronome bonus too, so we're gonna fight the boss very shortly. There's a huge damage bonus, although I'll probably swap weapons before we fight the boss, and I'll cheese it and keep our metronome bonus, because, like, why not? But I think I would prefer to have something a little bit, you know what, that works. A little bit more powerful I don't know if this is really that much more powerful, but it's real freaking good, so. Sure, full metronome vertebrae. Something tells me that we're not gonna run into ammo problems here. Also, GT Cork, welcome back. Got done with my meetings today, had 7 hours of meetings. What the hell? What the hell? What the? It's too many meetings, man. More like, that's too many meetings, ma'am. Please. Imagine it with Scattershot. Oh god, this would be such a good run with Scattershot. Blue, green, poison, freezing effect, particulator, vertebrae. Oh my god, I would... Don't want to talk about that. I would love to also have hot lead. I just want I want the bullet effects and the damage bonuses, man. So in case you're curious what happened there, lag is what happened there because the game screen froze and then I dodged in the wrong direction. I don't think you can blame me for that one. The whole screen froze. I clicked the side button, and then when it unfroze, it decided I didn't actually want to dodge to the left at all. Or rather, up at all, so it only dodged to the left. F you, game. F you, game! I can fly. I can sing! You know... Why would Abe choose to lag the game and get hit? What a misplay. Let's buy a gun. What the heck? Oh, right, shotgun. I mean, this is a pretty good shotgun. I'll take it. Movie Madness Man, have a good night, have a good day. Dun, 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 dun. So I've been drinking a lot of coffee today. Rather on this and the last run, but you know, I can't say I would love to stay hydrated and that's why I'm doing it. I just want the drink. That's it. This is for pleasure and for fun. It's also for me while I'm shooting my gun. Dun 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 dun. There's some numerous shows and films that I either should watch again or watch for the first time. But I'm not a big movie watcher or show watcher for the most part, as you may or may not know. Please give me more tables. I need the damage bonuses. Until we get metronome, I need more damage. The heck? Bees? I'll take some bees. First of all, what hit me? Second of all, what stunned the enemy when I shot him? I don't think we have like a stun effect on any guns, so I was trying to figure that out. Oh, you know what? Was it the fish? Oh, it is the fish. Because barrel stuns, doesn't it? We should have bought the barrel earlier in the run. We could have had a synergy. But yeah, that's what it is. The fish from the fish in the barrel gun does stun. Always forget about that. Solder J says, I'm not a theoretical physicist, but I have a theoretical degree in physics. Can't claim that one. It's from Fallout New Vegas. 100% is. I forget the character's name, admittedly, but You talk to whoever's running like the power station for one of the settlements, and he's like, yeah, the Brotherhood of Steel, where's the NCR, one of them. Well, they were going around seeing if anyone knew anything about physics. I said I had a theoretical degree in physics. They said, welcome aboard. Something to that effect. His name is Dr. Miracle. I'm fantastic. Mr. Fantastic? Dr. Fantastic? Something like that, yeah. They wanted to know if anyone had any, they wanted to know if anyone was a scientist. I said I had a theoretical degree in physics. I forget the exact line, but yeah, that's a good one. I get the reference. I get it. And now I've explained it, so you all get it too. Hey, where's my ammo? 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 Not like we really need much ammo, because we do have plenty of guns at our availability, but still. Knock it off. You stole my fish. It's extremely rude. That's also stealing. Full quote, they asked me how well I understood theoretical physics. I said I had a theoretical degree in physics. They said, welcome aboard. There you go. They asked, how well did you understand theoretical physics? Yeah, something to that effect, right? Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for looking that up, by the way. It's a good quote. It's a good quote. God, the writing in New Vegas is just so good. And the DLCs too. I haven't played Fallout 3 or New Vegas in a long freaking time though. And I actually never did play Fallout 4. I know that the gameplay, like the gunplay, was far superior in Fallout 4, but I feel like the overall style of the game is just better in New Vegas. Bubonic Lettuce says 3 is trash from what I've heard. Well, 3 was the first foray into, you know, the Bethesda style of questing and with a 3D world, so it had hiccups. It had plenty of hiccups. It was buggy, it crashed a lot. It suffered from, you know, certain Bethesda issues. But New Vegas is where they shined all of the rough edges on that turd and turned it into a magnificent experience. Sauter J says, I really enjoyed 3 for the setting and exploration. The main story was worse, though. I feel like New Vegas is just better on all fronts. Setting and story. Not like I ever, you know, really follow the story too much in these types of games. I mean, if you've seen me play Elden Ring, I got no freaking idea what's happening. People with M in their name are upset with people at G in their name, and I'm working for people with R in their name, and I'm just killing all the bosses that I can find because they have a fog wall in front of them. That's all you gotta care about in a freaking Souls game. Then you have people trying to explain the plot, and it's like, well, you see, Radon is holding back the cosmic forces that control the lives of mortal men and the deities that wish to control them. And I'm like, snooze. Wake me up in 50 hours when I'm actually done with the game. Sigmunder says New Vegas was unplayable on release, but it ended up better. Fallout 3 was unplayable on release. from what I remember. It was, not a bad dodge roll. It was trash! Oh my god, the lag. Anyways, you're dead. Time to drink. Oh, good stuff. It was a fun run. Never really blew it out of the waters like the last run did, but you know what? Very pretty guns. Very pretty guns. Good run. And for those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe for more. Check me out on Twitch for when I go live. Support the channel at any of the links below in the video description. And I hope to see you here again for the next run of Enter the Gungeon. There it is. Wow, we really didn't have that many items, did we? And no Rubidyne synergy, which, you know, maybe in 100 hours we'll get that at some point. We'll see.